Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for another episode of the Skylanders Spyro Adventure Soul Seekers series here on the channel. Today we are going to descend the stairs to the Cadaverous Crypt, a rather interesting level, not only when it comes to how it's pronounced, but also in its design. You loop around it constantly to find new elements that gives you ways of proceeding that you could not have utilised before. I know in having explained that it doesn't sound all that interesting, but believe me, this is one of my favourite levels in the game based on how good the level design actually is. I love this level. I love the theme of just looping levels to where you see at the very beginning, the end of the level, but you can't reach it until you find a certain object. Mario Maker levels, the best ones are ones where you start, you see the flag, but you can't get to it because you don't have a specific power-up, so you need to beat the entire level, get the power-up, and get back to the flagpole in order to gain access to it thanks to your newfound power-up. Those levels are always the greatest, but on that note, we're going to run too far ahead, leave T-Bone behind, and it's going to be a blessing in disguise because, boy, T-Bone being with us this entire level sure would get annoying. But what's funny is that he totally, if he continued running, could have made it before that wall closed. It just goes to show that he truly is lazy and just really didn't want to accompany us. He just wanted that wall to conveniently come between us. And with that being said, I now have ignited to place into portal as the fire element has popped up in this level, and as always I have no problem with that whatsoever. So let's be twisting this cannon right round, baby, right round, and destroying this wall that looked to me funny. Haha, take that freaking wall. Okay, take down all these fools too whilst we are at it. Take down that last one before we head towards the story scroll to once again skip over it with absolute speed and ease. A fine combination, if I do say so myself. Nothing finer than a combination of speed and ease. With that being said, it's time for us to be rotating this some more. Boom, boom, and boom it one last time. But we'll fire that cannon once we're done with this here section, alternatively. Bring back our fire spirits so then those creatures can't hit us. And then we will acquire Hex's Soldier, which as per the norm, of course, we're going to be previewing. Once we're of course done with the animation of having collected it, mind you. First things first and everything, you can't preview it without having collected it beforehand. But now, with a preview at hand, we get to see how glorious Hex looks. And you know, we won't just see how glorious her gameplay is soon enough, because soon enough we will actually get to use the character so we can conduct said gameplay on our own accords. But for the moment being, we get to stick with Igniter, and I love that. I love that a lot. So let's be destroying some Night Fools, grabbing some gold and treasure to boot. Before, of course, firing the cannon and seeing that there's a zombie on the other side that are only weak to fire and cannons, apparently. It sure is convenient that I am a fire Skylander right now.
Skylanders from the element of fire.
Then we got bone and arrows.
Can find another source of fire.
Boom, baby. Finish them off. Bye-bye. Haha. Ignite is just that freaking good, mind you, and we love to see it. Anyways, on that note, it's time for us to head back here and be completing some puzzles, I suppose. Then again, there is no I suppose about it. I'm putting my foot down on this one and saying that this is exactly what we're going to be doing, completing these puzzles. Otherwise, we cannot advance. So let's push you to the left so then we can gain access to this to push this downwards, and we can come back up here and push this downwards also. Boom, baby. Simple as that. We now have ourselves a bridge. How glorious. And a cutscene to skip over also. And the undead element has popped up. It's time to play for the first time as none other than Chop Chop. With this awesome frame rate to boot and a great propeller helmet, because you can't go wrong with that Okay, our combo we also cannot go wrong with. Yeah, we're just going to be shield bashing these enemies. They're so weak that even the shield bash kills them. Now that has got to be embarrassing. Anyway, we got to head down here next, where fire element is coming back up again. Like, geez, back and forth much. But I have no problems with that, you know. Chop Chop's a swordie, Igniter's a swordie, but Igniter is also a superior swordie. That's just how being a superior swordie works. Okay, let's destroy these guys, then we can open up this treasure chest with a whole more ease. There we go, now that we like to see, my friends. Anyway. And a boom, maybe. Oh, sorry about that. That was kind of like a sneeze and a boom all in one. Can't quite help it though, I am only human, so therefore I conduct human functions such as sneezing. Otherwise my brain would explode, because everyone knows that if you don't sneeze, your brain just explodes. That's how it works. Like how if you keep your eyes open when you sneeze, your eyeballs pop out. It's just common knowledge, all of this. What's also common knowledge is that, of course, we're going to be previewing the Soul Gem for Trigger Happy right here, our second starter pack character to acquire the soul for, or should I say, to have seek the soul out for. As Trigger Happy just guns down everything inside. How glorious. On that note, these guys are going down. Yeah, take that, you fools, take that! Haha, let's go. Anyway, we then have this cannon to be pushing upward. And upward some more. There we are, you see, there we are, simply put. Okay, let's push this cannon back. We are going to have some zombies show up, but fortunately for us, we are currently a fire Skylander, so we're going to be able to take care of them with ease. And what's cool is that even Spyro, not even being a fire Skylander, because he breathes fireballs for zombies are still weak to them. They are weak to any form of fire attack. That includes Drobot's afterburners as well. So speaking of Drobot, perfect Skylander to tackle this life gate with? Yes, let's be using Drobot to tackle a life gate. What I meant to say is that bringing my toy to life, I will be tackling this tech gate, which is of the same element as him, because that's how opening elemental gates works. So here we are, Maze of Skulls. We have 10 enchanted skulls that need picking up, so we're going to go that one, and then several more whilst we're at it. Yeah, so that's what's so cool. It's very clear that Drobot's afterburners have a flair to them, shall we put it, you know, a nice fire. So the fact that they count as fire-based abilities and can be used to defeat zombies is a nice touch. Just like how Spyro's fireballs, despite him not being a fire Skylander, still acts like fire in defeating zombies, mind you. Anyway, there's going to be another skull back here, which we can get with absolute speed, thanks to just how quick Drobot's afterburner effects are. They're quick, but they're also nigh uncontrollable, so sometimes, you know, you have to do exactly what I'm doing and just constantly switch between flying and not so much flying, as we successfully complete the challenge and grab ourselves a hat. Now, the fact that this levitates above Drobot's head, this crown of light, it makes it look rather technological and cool. So naturally, it fits Drobot quite well if you were to ask me. But regardless, it's time to head back to our fire elemental representative. That, of course, being Igniter himself. Okay, let's head back on up here then. Now that that switch has been pressed for us to gain access to the next portion of the level, mind you. Oh, but Undead's going to pop back up, so let's just destroy that guy with Igniter Slam and then go back to Chop Chop without further ado, whom I don't think we've taken ownership of just yet. So that is about to change once again with the glorious frame rate. Okay, so let's take our ownership. Sweet. Boom! We struck that guy down, that's for sure. And then we just kind of like took some arrows to the face. The question becomes, why not shield it? Because I pressed the wrong button, that's why. I kept going to press the B button because that's a shield button in Swap Force onwards. But in Spyro's Adventure, the shield button is the X button. So let's just say mistakes were made. But what won't be a mistake, however, is placing onto the portal for the very first time. Terrafin, baby! If you're thinking it's about time I brought out screen time for this character now, then I too am also thinking that, because great minds think alike as always. So here we are. Let's be bringing out the bridge with Terrafin's, you know, nice skipping type animations. It's normal movement for a boxer though, like a boxer would make movements like that to keep on their feet and maintain balance and everything, but regardless we now have things to find in the dark. Sweet. Not really, that's what we call sarcasm in the old business, but in this section there's going to be both a treasure chest as well as a hat, so we've got to be careful here. We've also got to be careful not to die. You know, we've got to be careful not to miss anything. We've got to be careful not to die. I like that plan. Okay, sweet. That belly flop's going to take them both out, and we're also going to grab some cheese from it, which we're going to circle around several times before we actually manage to grab successfully. Okay, there's nothing back here. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not very familiar with the layout of this portion of the level, so we're just going to keep waltzing around it and hoping for the best. As Terrafin proceeds to take more damage. That's not good. You know, I prefer that not happening, if I'm being perfectly honest with all of you. Boom, baby. Okay, then let's give this guy the old 1-2. Oh boy, we are going to get pinched in that for 150 damage. Boy, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, you better die, you fool, before you hit me, because I'd rather not get hit by you and your massive damage that you deal. Okay, so let's see what else is around here. Would have been better for me to pick Bash, considering that Bash actually has some speed to work around with, unlike Terrafin over here, who is slow as fuck. But I'm just going to have to suck up and deal with the consequences of my actions, I suppose. Anyway, is there a treasure chest here? Because now I'm feeling less confident in that there factor. There might not be a treasure chest here. You know, I might be speaking out my ass and completely forgetting the pattern of collectibles in this level. Oh, we get both a treasure chest and a hat for completing the challenge. So I was right in the fact that a treasure chest was found somewhere, just not in the maze itself. So now we have ourselves a bone hat, which is going to look hilarious. Just look at that, going straight through Terrafin's head. Oh man, that is goofiness and raw comedy if I ever have seen it. But anyway, time to head on back to Chop Chop. Man, this level just really wants me to play as Chop Chop apparently, and I have no problems with that whatsoever. Here in the ever-shifting hall. Oh wait, never mind, Igniter's coming back. I repeat, Igniter is coming back. Oh mate, this level again with its constant switching. I'm sorry for the entire 5 seconds that I just wasted, and the fact that you could have been spending 5 seconds doing something else rather than watching me swap out characters left, right, and centre apparently. But yeah, I called it one of my favourite levels, and I can't even remember where all of the element switch out points are, because if I had known fire was coming up so soon, I would have just swapped out for Igniter hastily and not even bothered with a Chop Chop in between. But never mind about that now. Mistakes were made, time to move on with our lives. Okay, let's be destroying some bones right here. I mean, they looked at me funny, and for once that actually makes some sort of sense, because craniums do have eye sockets to which, when you're alive and you have flesh, it's where your eyes would be placed. But otherwise, you know, when you're nothing but bones, the eyes would have decomposed. It's pretty gross stuff, so I'm talking about it whilst I'm playing a kid's game. I don't know, but here I am doing so anyway. Okay, but look at all this gloriousness right here. All this gold. It's teleport pads leading me to more gold. You don't get much better, to be perfectly honest with all of you. And this is going to be like 800 gold. Yes, I was right. Look at all that gold. Man, it's glorious. Both of them even begin with a G, so that's what makes it all the more glorious. Because it's gold, glorious, gold. What's also about to be glorious is all these enemies that I'm about to defeat. Boom, baby. Told you so. Anyway, this guy's also got to go because we need to defeat all the enemies before this gate closes itself, or opens itself up specifically. We were rather useless if it was closed, now wouldn't it? Anyway, let's grab all this gold, take out this fool right here. And then take down some more fools right here with our Flames of glory. Okay, then take out these two. Now that all being said and done, this area we couldn't access before because we had a lack of key. Well, now we have that key in order to access this area. Get over here, lob our fireballs over there, or not. For some reason I thought an enemy would spawn over there, but it didn't, so I was wrong in thinking that apparently. But what I will do is kill this guy right now. I'm behind you! Look at his handshake, he's quivering with so much fear, just look at him. Oh! He found me, but you know, he's not going to have a chance to track me down now, is he? I almost feel sorry for him. Oh wait, no I don't. That was a lie. What won't be a lie is when I absolutely blow up this here wall. Boom, baby. Okay, then let's shift this around. Let's do it again. Push it out of place so we can push it all the way down here. And this wall will be blown up, giving us access to yet another treasure chest, the final one of a level, I believe. And I have no problems with that whatsoever, because that means 100% completion, which is exactly what we want this series right here. Boom, baby. Look at all this gold. Oh, yes. Do not mind if we doodle. I mean, I could go for some doodling. I like doodling. On that note, let's be flipping this around. Blowing that up. Boom. And grabbing some silver from up here. Don't mind if I do. Okay, then we now have plenty more things that need being done, so we're gonna do exactly the things that need to be done, mind you, because what I just said made complete and utter grammatical sense, I suppose. Okay, here we go. Push that onto there. Sweet. Flip it around and blow up some more stuff. Nice. And these guys, you know, I'm a fire scanner. I can just defeat them regularly. I don't need no cannon to help me out right here. Goodbye, fellas. This V100 element pops up once again, so it's time to be heading back on over to Chop himself. He's definitely getting thumbnail privileges this episode, even.
No.
Most certainly he is. Oh, and here comes some enemy fools for us to destroy. Goodbye, fellas. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Okay, let's be destroying these here statues that as always seem to be looking at me funny, and I don't much appreciate that. Halfway that guy's gonna go down. We like to see it, as is this guy in the middle over here, thinking he can take me on. He was wrong. Okay, here we go. Combos! Or not. Apparently I suck at performing combos in this game. Oh, there we go. Now I suck a little less, which we like to see. And now I just struggle at aiming with combos. Just everything about combos I've sucked with this video, but who cares, because Chop is narrative enough to not even need the combos in the end, as we grab some more gold and then we can get out of here, I suppose. As always, there is no actual I suppose about it. I'm putting my foot on this one and I'm saying we are getting out of here, my friends. That's what we're doing. And we're going to waste no time heading straight into the creepy Citadel. And by waste no time, I mean we're going to waste a lot of time by loading up the Empire of Ice instead. And that's going to be something, that Empire of Ice right there. But I think it's about time we unlocked another one of our water companions, because if we leave it too much longer, not every single water Skylander is even going to get any screen time. And again, I want to make sure that every character gets at least one episode's worth of screen time. Not an entire half an hour of screen time, just the fact that in one episode I play them at least once, for lack of a better way of putting it. And with that being said, I now have to sit through T-Bone's awful jokes. That's unfortunate. It's not so unfortunate as me having beat the level. We didn't quite clear it in under 5 minutes, but I'm okay with that, because this means that we load back on up to the ruins, and then we can place onto the portals the Empire of Ice eventually enough with these characters all shut up, that is. Which again is asking a lot. So I do apologise, Gabe, for asking for so much. No, I don't. That was me being sarcastic as per the norm. Because hey, no doubt you guys are wondering, why is Ignite so sarcastic so often? Well, simply put, it's because it's the lowest form of wit, which is why I'm so damn good at it. What I'm not so damn good at is pressing yes for the creepy Citadel even, because instead I'm going to be pressing no, destroying this barrel for looking at me for an even, and then placing onto the support loves of power, none other than the Empire of Sea Ice. Be skipping over whatever Eon has to say because, to be honest, I can't be bothered to listen to it. Take the Empire of Ice back off the portal and slowly but surely head up towards the location from which the Empire of Ice can be found. But for that, we're going to need a character who can swim. So it's going to be time for... where is he? Zap. Oh, let's go, Zap. I have nothing else to say about the situation in all honesty besides let's go Zap, I suppose. So, yes, we got to go around the frigate, or not. I'm not doing a great job going around the frigate, am I? Yeah, I think we got to go to some other location then, and use that to get to the Empire of Ice, rather than proceeding around the frigate that way. Because instead, this is where we're going to gain access to, of course, the Empire of Ice. Do we want to travel? That we do indeed. Oh wow, it turns into a rocket. That's cool. I mean, I knew that already. I'm just exaggerating my reaction for comedic effect, I suppose. Well, it's not really funny, so I don't know what my aim was, in all honesty. My intentions have fell flat. With that being said, I need to make sure Hex is on my unlocked side rather than my locked side, because basically I have all 32 Skylanders on my bed right now, which is why I struggle to find Sonic Boom in one of the recent episodes. So I have one side of Skylanders that's locked and the other side that is unlocked, and I need to make sure that my Skylanders that I have unlocked are indeed on the unlocked side, otherwise I'm going to forget that Hex is unlocked and not use her, which would be rather disappointing, because Hex is an awesome character worthy of using. Oh boy, not the noodle-necked ice ogres, anything but the noodle-necked ice ogres. Boy, nobody likes the noodle-eyed ice ogres. Nobody! And with that being said, you know, that wall, I'm not looking forward to the 20 minutes we're going to spend destroying it. I can tell you that much, my friends. I can tell you that much. I messed with the wrong wizard, even they did right there, Haldor. Yeah, I suppose she's a beaut, I suppose. I mean, a beaut is, one way of putting it, I guess. Oh wait, Haldor can't seem to know to shut up, so we can't quite tackle this level just yet. We gotta, you know. Now find parts of a catapult, as the undead element is stronger here of all things, so it's time for us to go back to Ghost Roaster, purely because when the undead gate pops up, we are gonna want to beat this guy. The undead gate is very hard with slow characters such as Chop Chop himself, so we'd be much better off tackling that entire thing with Ghost Roaster. But don't worry, this is not going to take away Chop Chop's thumbnail privileges even. Chop Chop is basically guaranteed for thumbnail at this point. Anyway, let's strike down this guy. A boom, baby. These guys too, while we're at it, they look to me funny. Okay, let's be spinning right round here, baby, right round. Here we go. Good old Cyclops for Chucker. Throwing stones will break your bones. I don't much like the sound of that, especially for rhyming. You know, making a rhyme out of pain is just more pain. It's like adding salt to a wound is what it is. Making a rhyme out of the pain that you are about to feel. I'm saying this twice just to emphasize it all. Repetition for effect. The effect being to put emphasis on the very thing you are repeating. And now, we shall be heading into the Undead Gate itself in the Frozen Wastes, which is similar in its name to the Frozen Wilds, which reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn, one of my favourite video games of all time. So of course, as always, I have no problems with that whatsoever. Anyway, for Ice right here would be a problem if not for Ghost Roaster's Skull Charge, which gives him more control atop the ice, as you can see. Yeah, you think I'm doing this based on the ice physics? No, of course I'm not. Wait, that's 15, 16, 18, 19, and then 20. This is the episode for Enchanted Skulls, apparently, because not only do we have Enchanted Skulls to pick up in the Undead Gate of this here level, to where we're going to get a Santa hat, We're not going to wear it, despite how funny the juxtaposition would be between, you know, big, scary, intimidating Ghost Roaster and light-hearted, cartoony Santa Hat. But despite that perfect juxtaposition for comedic effect, we're not going to be wearing it because, once again, you can't say no to the Snuffles hat, the hat of pure taste, mind you. But yes, so this episode, if anything at all, is the episode of Enchanted Schools, because we had Enchanted Schools in the Undead Elemental Gate of this level, to where we're finally seeking out the soul of Slam Bam also in this level, but we also had Enchanted Souls, or Enchanted Skulls even, in Cadaverous Crypt with the Tech Elemental Gate, mind you. So yes, the episode for Enchanted Schools, as well as the episode for Slam Bam apparently. This guy, he's about to be an absolute beast, just you wait. This guy, he's strong. Real strong. Okay, let's grab that gold right now, sweet. Grab all this gold too, and then we've got to hit that button at the top right in order to actually get our souls out of here. Very hard to otherwise. Boom, baby. Okay, just like that, that's been switched down, and we can finally get access to that there teleporter pad. But man, using this guy is so much fun. That's why the series has just been fun in general. I use a lot of Skylanders that I don't normally use, because of the Faithful 32, I always wind up using like the same 8 Skylanders of each element. So being able to experiment and play with other Skylanders of all the other elements too has been a lot of fun. Like seriously, I don't think I've played Sonic Boom for 3 years, and yet with this series I managed to play her tons at the start. Because air pops up a lot in the very early levels in the game, and Sonic Boom was the first soldier required, so naturally the two go together to lead me to play as her a lot in those first few levels, mind you. Anyway, this guy has got to go. Just like that, he's out of here too. We like to see it. Anyway, let's be destroying some more crates to earn ourselves some more gold, which I have no problems with whatsoever, as Haldor can't help but interrupt the flow of the game right now to say stuff to us that we have no interest in whatsoever. That's what makes it Deep Stew. Shut up, Haldor, and let me press the best button in a video game to skip over the Deep Stew already. Nope, as always, that's too much to ask. For video game, it said no, my friends. The game said no, and that's tragic. Nothing more tragic than the game saying no, I tell you. Anyway. Oh, there's a cactus. I should not get hit by the cactus, and yet here I am proceeding to get hit by the cactus. And then we're gonna just slide all the way over here for the treasure chest, I suppose. That was 100% intentional. So yes, let's be grabbing all of that gold right there. Sweet. Or should I say treasure? There was more than just gold right there, I must admit. Here comes the furry clops. Ha ha, funny internet name. Okay, let's destroy all them guys. There you are, sweet. Oh, we want that story score before apparently proceeding to launch right past the platform. We are going to skip straight past it though, and then, you know, get back to platform without further ado. You know, I think we've had Redo enough, if you were to ask me. Hence why we shall have it no further. Okay, so from there we can jump back down and head straight towards the gate where the key can be placed into it. There you are. Here once again at the Frozen Wastes. Sweet. And we have more Haldor exposition. Not the most glorious way to end off the episode, but a way to end off the episode all the same. That we shall be doing Haldor in the next episode. Now, with that all being said and done, this video is coming to an end, but before that happens, I first want to thank all my Blazing Knights and Scorching Dragons whose support allow me to continue pumping out quality videos like this one. Without them, this all wouldn't be possible. Therefore, I genuinely appreciate every last one of you from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoyed this video, I have others you can watch by clicking on screen now, and you can even subscribe by pressing the button on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one, but until that moment arises, peace!